coming at you. You can't tell by that. Very wet, very moist, very damp. It's horrible out there, folks. Just nothing but rain, which sucks because you can't street tune, but whatever. We're inside. We have an enclosed building. You gotta frickin' love it. Jeff Robinson says first. I believe it. I believe it. Somehow you beat Jeremy. You beat Jeremy here. We got a whole heck ton of this is weird. Wait a minute. Hold on. I'll get on that. This ain't normally something that we have, folks. Little Monaco. This is Mr. Arnie's car. And there's no motor in it. I don't know if we're supposed to say what's going on with it. I don't know if I'm allowed to say. So I'm going to keep it quiet. We're going to keep it quiet, but we're going to get back into it, whatever. Sorry, I got sidetracked. Anyway, Chris over there, no courtesy while I'm on my lives. Anyway, we have a OG Challenger SRT 8N. This one's got Helions. It's got a twin kit on it. Turbos down there. Naturally, of course, the charge pipe. Doing a full fuel system. Making it look real pretty like. Of course, we're not leaving this. This is just temporary to hold it while we finalize our routing. As you can see, it is still in development. It is still in development as we are putting this stuff together. So don't worry about it, folks. Don't even think about it. I like these. This is like a factory Dodge. So I'm going to have to grab some of these for my own whip because my brake line's done exploded. But we'll have to talk on that point too. I don't know if I brought it up last time. This is a auto car. It's an Ag 1. But still, she is going to be a ripper. As you can see again, well, maybe you can't because I put a freaking shadow on it, folks. I'm just ruining the quality for y'all. But the fuel hat is out as we are messing with it. So getting that prim and proper, getting her dialed, making her look good. Let's see what else we can show off. I have to hide things, folks. I've never had to hide. So speaking of hiding things, am I able to show what's... Okay, cool. I'll show you guys. You guys are going to like this. I didn't know if they've announced it, so I didn't want to bring it out. But this is Mr. Arnie Antics of Cannonball Garage. And this is a Dodge Monaco, and this is a Hellcat motor. This is a Dodge Monaco without a motor and a Hellcat motor sitting right in front of it.
They can track it on Arnie's Antics.
You can track it on the Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, whatever I showed earlier right here. Follow this account. You can follow this build process. So if you guys couldn't put 2 and 2 together, yeah, there's not a motor in here. Yeah, there's a motor right here. Yes, this motor is going in here. Yes, this is a Crown Vic front subframe. So once this goes in here, you know, not saying that we wanna, but if you have a Crown Vic, we'll have engine mounts for it. We'll have engine mounts for your Crown Vic Hellcat swap. I am a big fan. I gotta be 100% honest. It's got STI seats in this Johnny. All right, she's got some stisses in it. So, big fan of this car. I miss my Dodge, man. I miss my 75. I miss my 69. I miss the old stuff. And this, it has that old smell that makes my heart feel good, man. It makes me feel happy. It makes me feel joyous. It makes me feel whimsical. It makes me feel, you know. I mean, technically we could. It's Franchisi says, you mean Hellcat swap Crown Vic? Yeah, so this has a Crown Vic front subframe. It's a relatively common swap for old stuff, just so you can get some decent modern IRS and a power steering rack in there. So because this is a Crown Vic subframe, we have to mount this in a Crown Vic subframe, which essentially means it's not too far removed from an actual Crown Vic swap. So if someone wanted something like that, you know, it would be a time and material, but if you want it, brother, we can do it. So, yeah, I would love to do a Polera. I'm a huge fan of that kind of car. I love the body. It's especially the taillights on them. The taillights on them look so good. So, yeah, definitely do the 6-1 swap on that. We got an HP Tuner's core we could put on it now with a manual trans that we don't even have to deal with a trans controller. So, let's get into it. So this one, no nag 1. Stop with the nag 1. As a former nag 1 enthusiast, no. This car came in, somehow both of the rear springs failed at the exact same time. Little bit of a strange one, but yeah, so these were lowering springs. We got some iBox put on it now for him. We're going to be doing a little bit of wiring work. I'm not going to lie, folks. It was flush. This fender gap was not here. I know it was because it was broken, but I'm not going to lie. Kind of a big fan of it. One sec, folks. Let me see. All right. But a little bit of carbon here on the old, whatever you want to call that, loading tray, bumper scuff stop. What would you guys call this part right here? Loading gate, damage or stopper? I don't know. I don't know, folks. But yeah, I'm a big fan of this color too. It's a USDM one. I know sometimes we get Canadian market Jeeps in here sometimes. So it's not a tailgate because it's not a gate. It doesn't open. It doesn't open. I could understand that being a tailgate as this opens and gates open. This does no opening. No opening. But I don't know. It's pedantics. It's stuff that doesn't really matter. I'm honestly surprised that 21 of you are here watching me gaggle about a bunch of junk. But here you guys are, and I can't thank you enough for it. Speaking of thanking you guys enough, thank you, Dodge. Sill plate. I'll take that. I'll take that. Yeah, we can call it a rear bumper sill plate, perchance. Open. Here we go. So this is the new 4-door. I think it looks way better. I think this, actually, with the 4-door, if you kind of squint a bit, it almost looks like the old outgoing Charger. So I like it, you know. The back legroom, it's the same. This is the same chassis as the 2-door. So I still have the same back legroom. I still don't have my head height. But this is one of the carbon ones. So as you can see, we have this nice bit of carbon that follows the dash, goes all the way around, ties into that. We have carbon here. No carbon on the wheel, but we do have Alcantara or suede or whatever you want to call it. I don't care. I'm calling it Alcantara. Someone sue me over it. Actually, I don't, because I feel like that might be a Ferrari thing to do. But the carbon continues into the back here. And that's where the carbon stops. You don't have any trunk carbon. So trunk carbon enthusiasts, if that is a breaking point, this car is not for you because there is no trunk carbon. Besides that, it is a wonderful, beautiful beast. These are the new seats. Look very sporty. All ready for harnesses right here. We're going to race them, fellas. We're going to race them. You don't even have to do a seat delete no more to run a little harness. So, Jay, where you at?
What up, dog?
How do you feel about your beautiful 4-door, gang? The height difference there.
Yeah, it's making me look really short. There we go. I like it much better. My girls like it too. It's way easier to get in and out. A lot of the complaints I had, like reaching for the seatbelt, gone.
Oh, yeah. Let's show that, speaking of. Whoa, it's on the pillar. You don't have to reach for it. It's right here. You just
see. I mean, the pillar on the 2-door is back here.
So you have to like reach around
over here for your seatbelt.
Okay, well, he's not going to touch my hand, but
yeah, it's you know, from a family standpoint, if you're going to use the back seats, you can't beat it. I mean, the 2-doors, it's slightly inconvenient. I mean, it's a nice big door and the seat moves, but it is way easier for I took my girls to school and it got ready this morning. They loved it much better than the other one. So the look, I like it. I think it breaks it up enough. You know what I mean? It's just, it was so massive before. The panels were so big. So
yeah, everything was, this looks way more proportionate.
Yeah.
Like the hood kind of line looks better. Right. Honestly, the stubby trunk line kind of looks better.
It breaks it up.
Yeah.
It's a weird, I mean, the wheels change. Don't the wheels make it look, the wheels look small, right?
Yeah, the wheels look smaller on this color, 100%.
Yeah, you know, and somebody was saying that, and I agree 100%, the 2-door looks more like the OG Charger.
Yeah.
Right? The late 60s Charger, they did a great job. It was just a massive car. This one is kind of a blend of both. So everybody knows from 15, even before 15, right, back to late 2000s, right? The Charger had 4 doors.
That was it.
We're talking 15 plus years of it being produced this way.
And people were screaming, "That's not a real Charger. Real Chargers have 2 doors." And now that we have a real 2-door Charger, we still get told it's not a real Charger.
Yeah.
But if you guys don't remember, Chargers at one point in time could come with a straight 6 in them.
True.
So it still is.
Yeah, I think it breaks it up enough with the smaller windows and where the doors are. I'm telling you, it's much easier to open and close this door.
Oh, 100%. Even like in a parking lot, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, the door's almost half the size. I mean, literally, I think the back door is actually bigger than the front door. I would probably say because of how it's
honestly, yeah, 100% from there to there.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I like it much better. And what's cool too, the girls like it. So on the 2-door, it has the color that goes over. It does come inside here as well.
See,
there it is.
That's nice.
Yeah, and this one has the carbon suede package. So one of the complaints I had is that the light on the dash you could see in the windshield, because of the carbon, it absorbs the light. So you actually don't see it.
So if you don't want that glare from your attitude adjustment lights, really a big fan, they call it that. I'm going to milk that name. Yeah, anyway, your attitude adjustment light, just get the carbon suede package because you won't see it. Pro tip from a real gamer.
Yeah. So it made a huge difference driving with it in the dark. So I was actually surprised by that. You can even see it's not as bright on the dash because of the carbon fiber milking it up. So, well, yeah, that's the new one. I like it better.
The reflection of them. I'm a big fan of it, guys. If anyone wants to like graft the back half of a Magnum onto one and donate it for testing, give it a shot. A lot of people are didn't see the carbon. Is it forged? It's just like a regular normal weave. So they were asking if the carbon was forged or
no, it's just the weave. Yeah, they put the carbon in the doors. In the dash, the mirrors. I don't know if you showed them the mirror. Yeah, the mirrors have it. Obviously in the center console, everywhere like that. So we wanted to try it out. When I ordered mine, this 4-door, they forced us to get the red seats. So I know a lot of people are fans of the red. I don't hate it. I'm not going to say that. Now that you're sitting, we can get ourselves lined up. Yeah, we'll go this way.
I spilled on myself.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm not going to say I dislike it or I hate it. The red is actually a nice red. You did really spill on yourself.
No, I know.
Just like the dog. You were yelling at him first. So it's an interesting red. It's a deeper. It seems like a darker red to me, and it's not bad, but I'm not the biggest fan, especially with my kids. It's a little
too gaudy almost.
Yeah,
because like nothing else on the car like is that like like flash. You know what I mean? Like most of the stuff is like pretty subtle, which is nice, but that kind of is like a little too much. And then because there's also no other red really in
and like nothing. Yeah, and honestly, and the attitude.
Yeah,
you can't get it like a real red either because of the carbon fiber. So it's like an orange. So you can't even go like red on red.
Right. You can also feel the embroidery, like the pattern in the seat. When I put my hand on it, feel in the back, you can like feel that. So if you got like a super sensitive butt, warning.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is if anybody local to us gets the same Sportback seats, but they do the black ones, I couldn't order it in black. I had to order in red, which is like a $600 upgrade. They forced me to do it just on constraints at the time. So if anybody gets a 6-pack and they have the high back sports black seat, I will straight up trade you. You bring your car here and I will give you the red interior and you give me your black interior. Part of it too is I have 3 very messy girls. I have dogs that are going in the back seat.
Red show stains.
Red is going to show the stains more. So if anybody wants a red interior, let me know. I will gladly swap with you if you make the trip here. I'll have my guys swap it at no cost. You'll get that free upgrade, and I will take the black one. But it does have to be. I do like these seats better.
The high back is
the high back seems a little more comfortable. I did have a cork in it already. I was playing with the lumbar adjustment. And it wasn't working. And then about 10 minutes later, it started working. I'm just driving, and all of a sudden, it did the adjustment I did. So,
thanks, guys.
It's brand new. It's brand new.
She's still waking up from her Canadian slumber. Are these ones made in Canada, or are these ones made in? Okay.
Yeah, Canada. So when I first got the notification, it was getting transported over the border to Michigan, and then it took Just under 3 days, basically 3 full days for it to get shipped from Michigan to here. So
What's like a rough ballpark of like time from order placement to pickup?
well, I ordered it when they first became available to order, so it's kind of skewed
A
now.
little delayed.
I will say from normally once you place an order, if your dealer does it right, it gets pulled for assembly within a week. From the point when it got pulled for assembly, I would say you can budget 4 to 6 weeks depending on the options now. So if you do order one, yeah, you can expect to see it probably in 4 to 6 weeks. Less options, usually the better. I have been seeing, though, a lot of the pluses seem to be being produced before the non-pluses. So the pluses have the heated cool seats, the surround camera, all those amenities and everything. It seems like those are the ones they're focusing on first. So
we might have just lost the stream, but if we didn't,
no, we're just going to keep talking,
guys. It's
not about
okay.
different stuff. Oh, we're still back. All right, so we just lost a little bit hiccup there.
I like that it gave CJ an earring.
It did that. It was funny. Yeah. So, but yeah, so I've been noticing talking to customers that when they place their orders, the ones with less options, like non-pluses, are actually taking longer, which kind of makes sense if they went ahead and assumed that more people were going to get the options. So what's cool now is you can build them all on the website. So you can, it took a long time for them to get the 4-door, but it's fully updated. So the RTs are there, the Scat Packs are there, the Daytonas are there, both 2 and 4-door. So you can see the difference. But it's kind of hard to beat the Scat Pack, guys, when it comes to options. I know we talked about it in our review.
I mean, we were messing around with the build and price tool on Dodge's website, and it was what, like $4,000 difference,
like a $3,000 difference. Yeah,
it's one of those, like, you can't build that engine to the same. Maybe you can if you do all the work and you scrounge for parts, but like
what he means by a $3,000 difference is we looked at the RTs versus the Scat Pack.
So the standard output versus high output.
The Scat Pack is a $5,000 option. Essentially, it just bumps it up. And then the RTs, they provide a performance and handling package, which gives you all of the upgrades that also come with the Scat Pack. Which are like
just not the motor.
Right, just not the motor. So the difference if you do an RT with the same options versus Scat Pack is literally like a $2,000-$3,000 difference. So for $2,000-$3,000, you get all of the same options, but you have the high output, which is a far superior motor from just how they built it, assembled it. Obviously, the power and torque. So kind of hard to beat. I get it if you're on a budget, but
I don't really think that with that, there are going to be that many RTs sold. I feel like the Scat Pack's going to be the big
I think
dog.
you're right. I think a lot of rental cars.
100%.
I feel like there's going to be a great rental car.
Because it is a nice, attractive car. It's a nice place to be.
Yeah.
So I can definitely see that.
Yeah.
But,
so
especially with the 2-door and the 4-door options, they have the luxury coupe and then the luxury sedan. So.
Right. So, yeah, that's why we optioned this one out. Like I said, my daughter said they want to keep this one forever. So, we'll see. I don't know.
Rabbit pink first.
They want rainbow. So good old CJ with his.
Yeah, the frozen berry might have to be it.
It might be it.
Unfortunately, the frozen berry. It's a rainbow chrome, fellas. Not like a normal chrome. It's a chrome with rainbow in it. Yeah. So
CJ keeps harping on that. So and the girls got a hold of it. So.
Oh God! Did he give it to him?
No, I showed them because they all wanted rainbow. So.
Look at you cover that logo.
I'm being smart, man.
You don't give out no free sponsorship.
Yeah. No, I don't want them to charge us.
They won't charge us. This is a positive enforcement. I don't know.
I don't know how that works. I just rather not risk it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So enough about the silly little 6-cylinder.
Yes.
So the big news. What news you got to share?
The news is after, I'm not going to say how long because it's embarrassing, but after 3 days of hard work, the Magnum's running again. It was only down for 3 days. That was it. I finally got all the wiring done. I should say it has been done for a hot second. We've just been going back with HP tuners. The initial PCM they had for it, they're a lot more electrically engineered minded, if that's even a word. So a lot of the stuff they were saying to me was kind of going over my head, but basically what I got out of it was the initial one that they made was pretty much like an LS one, and that for my car they needed to add variable resistors to it. So they did it, and then they brought out their in-house testing one, which is literally just a bare board, no case, so they can probe stuff and get inputs and all that. And they're like, oh man, there's just a few bugs we got to tweak out that we can come back. And I was like, man, why are you coming back? I'll just ship the car to you. So sent the car on down to HP Tuners. And then we got a message from our contact that just said, congratulations, but we hadn't gotten a video. So we thought we had 6-pack support. We were about to poop. And then we got a video, and then we actually did. So the car's running. It is the world's first Gen 3 Hemi running on an HP Tuners core, which is kind of cool to say.
It's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
It's stick shift, so I just need to get a drive shaft, and then it's driving. So
a long road. So it's been down for over a year. He didn't want to say that because it hurts him.
Yeah.
And again, a lot of it wasn't him. It was we were doing something nobody's done before. So
I also had to put a turbo kit on that didn't.
Well, that
fit.
you put. Well, yeah. Part of it is you put 2 turbo kits on it in the process, and multiple intake manifolds,
multiple
transmissions. So there was a lot more than just the core. So we're not saying that it was HP Tuners that took this long, but
it was honestly
it's the overall build for it. You know, so yeah, we're excited, and literally in the process, we acquired one of the first cores that they released to the public, and in the time of them trying to get it to work on the Magnum and just development, they basically changed the hardware completely. So it wasn't just resistors.
3 different revisions come out. They were saying like I have like 1.3 now. So
we literally had to give them our whole unit, and they are rebuilding it. They're actually just going to give us a new one because the hardware was actually outdated. But the reason they had to do that was because we let them dive into how these Gen 3 Hemis work. So it works.
The car is running on a standalone.
So it starts, it runs, throttle works,
really nice.
It idles smooth.
It's better than it. I mean, the old PCMs are junk, so
regardless, I tuned it.
I know. I tuned it.
It's fine. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, you forgot about that.
I forgot. I let
Florida.
you do that. Yeah, that's right. I forgot we did that.
32 degrees of timing.
All of it. No wonder it only has 140 psi compression. But anyways, so we're super excited. So they're just finalizing a couple things in regards to the software, so they can roll that out to everybody. And then we're gonna get to it. So he said he bought a manual transfer, so he's gonna pull the NAG 1 out. And it will work with the NAG 1. It will work with an HP. You do have to get a secondary controller for that. So Turbo Lamix is probably the popular one they know works on it. Sound German is another one that should work with it because Core is Canvas based. So it does have the ability to communicate over Canvas, which is awesome.
Yes.
So it's a very sophisticated and very nicely set up standalone. I've been playing with it for a while.
Yeah.
Anybody that's comfortable with HP tuners, you'll be able to navigate and operate the core. And VCM Live, it's called. Yeah, very familiar. They're doing a great job. And from when we started, we went to training last year. It even got better since then, and they're working hard. So
whoever's in charge of designing that, give them a raise or something, because they're doing a phenomenal job.
Yeah, so it's awesome. So right now they have the direct plug and play setup for the the GMs naturally as they would.
They also, if you are a GM guy, they do have 4L60 and 4L80 support built into the core. So you 4th gen guys, you literally can just get a core and a harness, plug and play, and you're running with the standalone.
Yeah. So we're going to work with them and continue to work with them to build that up. I feel like we just keep sinking.
Yeah. Well, I'm slouching, so I'm
it's
going to
okay.
right here now.
That's fine. Yeah. Now your head's going to bounce off the top. So we're going to continue with them and make this work. We're really excited, and I think this is going to be a great solution for those that want to take their computer and trans control to the next level. It really is a very nice system. So see, now you're bouncing off the roof. Make me look really small. We're excited. It's been a long road. I know some people have been waiting on it to hear what we think and everything. And I will be diving in very aggressively on the tuning and hopefully get this thing up and running. I know you said you want to go to Mo Party, so that would be a fun one to take it to.
Want to go to Mo Party, at least make it to GLD for the drift pad once. It's a drift car now. My friends have been on my butt about getting a drift car, and I keep buying Dodge parts. And then I sent them the trans, and I said, guess what? I have a drift car. Stop.
Yeah.
Let me buy my Dodge stuff, man.
Yeah.
They don't get it. These BMW guys.
Yeah. So that also being said, we have been selected by them to be a preferred reseller for the core.
Yes.
So it's not just for Dodge vehicles. We can sell it for GMs. So if you're interested or know anybody interested that is thinking about going with a standalone, they can contact us, and they HB Tuners is going to like really teach us stuff. Yeah, so that's not bad. Yeah, it's not a bad hike. So yeah, they're going to kind of equip us better than most. Anybody can go on their website and buy the core, but they're going to basically give us exclusive access to the engineers, a little extra training when it comes to it. We get a little bit of beta access in regards to features that others don't get to try out. So it's a great little unit.
Turbo flutter control. We built that. Yeah, it's built in.
Yeah, dual throttle body. I know that's a big one, especially for the Gen 4 Coyotes.
Yes.
So not a direct plug and play for the Coyote or Ford yet, but they are working on that as well. So it's going to eventually, once they get it solidified a little more for the specific brands, they're going to open it up to basically a full free universal standalone, but they want to keep it controlled for the time being. So but yeah, massive shout out to HB Tuners and all our guys over there.
Our boys, awesome. We love you guys.
So I know he's excited to get his car back.
Excited. So I've missed it so much.
Then next up, I'm dropping the charger off. So hopefully they can do something with it. So just got it to drop it off somewhere else. So
imagine this, fellas. The motor, the swap motor for years has been the LS. That's the meta. If you're gonna do a swap, you gotta do an LS. Imagine the Hurricane takes over the LS because it's cooler, it's better, it's lighter. Is it lighter? I don't know. Is it lighter than an LS?
Absolutely. An LS, aluminum block LS might be close.
Yeah.
Like the iron blocks, absolutely.
Yeah, but that's what all the junkyard guys get anyway. So
yeah. So
junkyard Hurricanes, that's gonna be great in 15 years.
Oh, that right. Yeah, once we get control on it, it'll be outstanding. So
pick up a $1,500 Hurricane.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Tune it, 800 horse right there.
Yeah. The way price, inflation's going up, it's at least be $2,000.
So it's gonna be 20 grand, bro. In 15 years, it's gonna be horrible. But I'm super.
So we're really excited about that.
I'm so excited, folks. Like I know my face doesn't show it because I'm super tired, but I am unbelievably excited. I can't wait to get my car back. I'm driving it all summer.
Everybody in here, there's a couple dozen of you right now.
Yeah.
So
click the like button. Subscribe.
What I was gonna say is, for a number between 1 and 30, I want you to list how much boost you want us to throw into the Magnum.
Yes.
So you get to pick between 1 to 30.
I got a 6.4 manifold on it now, but I have a 6.1 that will take the boost. It's kind of just like if the bottom end falls out of it.
Well, we're just going to try and see if we can just blow the rings out of it.
I think they're already blown out of it. That 32 degrees of timing didn't like it.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. I was looking at... Okay, so Ray said 30 because he's a scumbag. We did the math. If I run 30 pounds, my tired 5.7, in theory, will make 830 or something. Granted, it started at 270, but she's going to be stressed. 30 plus nitrous, 30. Jesus Christ, you guys just said the biggest number.
Well, that's what that's what you get for
I know.
There we go.
I know Don would say, okay, 18 and a half.
All right.
Thank you, John. Thank you, man. My boy.
Yeah.
Be an adult for one. You're the one to say that. If you guys don't,
the first one to say 30.
If you guys don't know Ray, he's almost more childish than me.
Yeah, rods to God.
I'll
just do 30 pounds boost with -5 degrees of timing. So it's just a diesel and it just detonates in combustion. So I guess we'll see.
It is a twin 62 car. So
62 millimeter twin turbos. A Helion kit is on that bad boy. So
if you want a turbo kit that bolts on the very first time, get a Helion. It was super easy. The car probably would have been done 6 months ago if I just got a Helion.
Probably. Well, as people give their feedback on it, we'll start going through some of the questions that have popped up.
Let's see. You said Hellcat. I got that one. Retro mods. So Jeff wants us to put a 6.1 in his 68 Polara.
Yeah.
And he really wants to stick with a 5-speed auto.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. You have one.
I know.
Oh, no, you sold it.
I sold it. I have a stock.
You have a stock?
I do have a stock NAG one if anyone needs it. I don't know the history on it. It's painted bright green. It held up to 500 foot-pounds, so she's got to be worth something.
Yeah.
Shoot me a number. I really don't care.
Yeah.
We also have the wheels off the shop car now.
The rears, yeah. Did you show them the shop car? I think you went overpaid.
Yeah,
we're almost back to full. So my drag wheels are off of our 392 Charger, so I have those for sale if anybody wants them. So message us and we'll get you details. They were billet specialty wind lights, little custom setup.
They're pretty. They're stupid light.
It's very
They
light.
feel like bicycle wheels.
They do. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, I can whip them across the shop and hit Dan perfectly.
Yeah.
So they work great.
Yeah. All right. What we got?
Anyway, back into it.
Yeah.
Franchisi says, what would you recommend for me to do to get my red eye Charger to 900 wheel?
Everyone's a little different on the red eyes. We've had a few. There's actually one here that did it. Our level 1.5 package. So it's a 310 upper pulley with an E85 fuel system backing it. And that usually achieves high 800s to 900 wheel horsepower on most red eyes. Obviously, fuel pumps and age and wear and everything like that. The Chargers seem to be put out a little bit more than some of the earlier Challengers we've noticed. So obviously it's a 21 or newer. So yeah, we see very consistent results out of that, and it turns it into a solid, consistent 9-second, full weight street car. So simple upper pulley with fueling updates to accommodate for E85.
To be fair, Mr. Don's follow-up suggestion to that is also valid. Nitrous
works as well.
You could just spray her with a wet shot and a tune, brother.
Yeah, that will do it as well. We do offer a package that we call our push and motion package for red eyes. That is E85 on stock boost, and we get high 9s out of those. So it does depend on what you're looking for in regards to beyond just the dyno sheet, which nets out to be between 850, 880 wheel horsepower roughly. So you don't need a pulley down, but if you really want to do that 900, then yeah, a 310 upper will help get that edge you need for it. So
absolutely.
Show the headliner. Did you show the headliner?
I did not show the headliner. It's the normal cloth one, right?
No, it's suede.
Oh, it is suede?
It's the carbon suede. Yeah, everything in there is suede. The dash is suede. The headliner is suede.
All right. I want 7 people to comment the number 7 if you actually want to see the headliner. So you guys got to help your boy John.
Are you trying to trick him for your boost level?
No, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to trick them for more engagement. So I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. Also, if you guys haven't already, make sure that you've dropped a like, click the bell, and click subscribe. Because without it, what are you doing, brother? You're not even watching, not even supporting. You hate us. People are saying purple in the car.
For the wrap?
People are saying purple in the wrap.
Yeah, I don't like the vet. That was a beautiful purple. I really did like that purple.
You could be like super, super gaudy with it and do like that frozen berry chrome for the whole body, and then hood, roof, trunk. You do the purple.
I'm good.
I mean, it's already an obnoxious. Okay.
Yep. I really did like that purple.
Dude, it was good, especially on this car. Shift, I think that's really going to show the body lines on it. Nicely.
Yeah. The black doesn't show the body lines. I keep saying that, but I mean, like just I said, we were planning on wrapping it.
We have enough spare wrap from that where we could just have Matt wrap like a section of the bumper.
No, I know what it looks like. Yeah, it'd be killer, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Our boy All Motor Rex says, when's the front headlight being removed on? For an intake. I don't know if you're talking about the Magnum or the 6-pack. I think it's a 6-pack.
Probably 6-pack when that was.
I'm going to keep it 100% with you. That car does not like the hood even being open while it's running. So God forbid it finds out you took a headlight out and try to run it.
Yeah, we have to trick it to do the dyno pulls with the hood.
It kind of like, I get Dodge trying to go after like the European market, but they didn't have to go so far.
They went like
copy
everywhere.
Hey, the car doesn't run if a sensor's unplugged.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not like that.
They did. I mean, with the hood open, it limits the speed. Yep.
Yeah.
There's no more like levers. It's all buttons. Yeah. I mean, they really went
which
aggressive.
Sucks.
Yeah.
For the TikTok and Instagram content creators that do videos with their hoods off, because now they can. They can. Stop sitting on your gosh darn blower.
Yeah. Well, what are they going to do with high rams?
Oh yeah, how do they put a high ram on
V8 on it? You know what I mean? And they do high rams.
Wait, pause. No. Untapped market. High ram valve cover, so you can cut the hood and have the look of the high ram.
You should stop talking and read questions.
Okay. High ram valve cover. Any takers? I'm just saying. Jeff Robinson, his Jeep just got the seat module replaced under warranty. Oh wait, no, not under warranty. Sorry. Hope it was under warranty. The lumbar motor decided to push us all the way out and stick there.
Yeah, he showed me a picture. It literally blew the back of the seat.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And it's actually a common thing if you research it. Yeah. No, I was literally driving with the lumbar, and I'm like, oh, it's not really doing anything. Dropped my girls off at school, driving home, and on the way home, all of a sudden, my back's being pushed out. I'm like, what the heck? Oh, it decided to think.
She was like, oh, wait a minute. Yes.
And it was responding at that time. So, it was a little odd. So I thought of you, Jeff, when that was happening. I'm like, oh, no, my brand new seat's going to blow out on the back. And, yep, it was kind of funny.
I'm going to keep it a buck with you, fam. these are Dodges.
These
still are Dodges. It looks different, new motor and all that.
Yeah.
It's still a Chrysler product.
Yeah. And Chrysler switched from transmissions being the problem to electrical now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
yeah. I mean, I'll take it because, like, if my dashboard just goes out, but the car keeps running, like every single Dodge Hornet ever, you can still keep driving.
Yeah.
Where the transmissions go out, it tends to damper your night.
Yeah.
But great point. How is the airflow on those seats? Have you done the cooled seats on these yet?
Well, yes, but the problem is I drive around with the plastic on.
Oh,
so if people don't know that the cooling is actually not a fan blowing out; it's actually suction.
Mm-hmm.
So and I turn it on, it just sucks the plastic down.
Now I did it on the old one, not on these seats. So whenever I sit in this, I'll probably do it. But on the other car with whatever they call those seats, it worked really well. Within like probably a minute of turning it on, I noticed a noticeable cooling on my back and my pants, and I had a sweatshirt on, so like it definitely, I think it's much better than the outgoing Chargers. Those are really hit and miss. Like even brand new, like I hop in cars in the summer, cooled seats. Sometimes it's great, sometimes I'm frigid. Other times I don't know if it's on. So hopefully that hit or miss is gone, because it's nice to be able to use cooled seats if you pay for them with an option. But
no, it was. I mean, I don't doubt that they won't work fine. You know what I mean? But yeah, I just, so if you guys, I have a weird twitch type thing. I leave the plastic on everything as long as I can. One, I don't keep my vehicles very long.
I like to keep it nice. I like to keep it new and fresh.
So like my last one, my 2-door, I didn't take the plastic off of the seat. So when they took it for a pickup, when they traded it, they had the plastic still from when it was brand new. This one, I will keep the plastic on the seat as long as I can. My screen, my dash, I have the plastic on it still. The radio, I had to take it off because they have graphics on it, but and then the heads-up display you have to remove because it's blue.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I just kind of keep my plastics on. So I'll keep that plastic on until it tears and doesn't work anymore. But
absolutely,
yeah,
gotta keep it fresh.
Absolutely,
it's like when you get a brand new snapback and you leave the sticker on for like 3 months until you notice that the sticker underneath and the hat have a different color.
Yeah. I think every hat I have has a sticker on it.
Yeah. Well, this one ain't that, but I have one like that.
Yeah.
But our boy John says, "Have you weighed the cars yet? Have we weighed the 2-door or the 4-door?"
No, I have not. I have not weighed them. I didn't have any intentions of weighing them. They're fat. They're heavy. I know they are north of 4,800 pounds.
We just don't want to see it.
Yeah, I think that's it.
We don't want to come to terms with it.
I've done a ton of research, and the believe it or not, the gross weight that they put on the door was the same for this car and the last car. So they're really trying to say that they weigh almost exactly the same. So the gross vehicle weight, is what they do, simulating that there's 2 drivers at 200 pounds and a half tank of gas or whatever they say it is.
Fighting over the wheel in there.
So, or 2 passengers. So yeah, the gross vehicle weight is 6,050 pounds is what they have both of them listed at.
Golly.
So I really, I get it. There's 2 doors compared to 1, but the door was so big before.
It was huge. You felt the weight opening.
Yeah. So I mean, it was very big. These are almost seem too light. Like the front ones, you really have to pull. There's no weight when you go to close it. Glass too. There's actually less glass because before it went straight glass to glass, and now it goes glass with a pillar. So I really think that it's very accurate.
Yeah.
That the weight is going to be probably within 50 pounds, 2-door to 4-door. I would not be surprised.
It's also kind of like hard to compare these. This is a different optioned out one, so it's not option for option.
Yeah, well, I made carbon suede. I had different seats.
Carbon's lighter, yo.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, I don't. I know the mirrors are covers. It clearly states that. So. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be anything drastic. It's not going to be hundreds of pounds. Like I said, it's probably well under 100 pounds difference, give or take, from one to the other. So, I didn't have any intentions of weighing them because they're not race cars.
Absolutely. Our boy, speaking of race cars, All Motor Rex. Oh, yep, there it is. Sorry. Scat Pack Stink Eye, I apologize for skipping you, said, "Jeremy, do you trust the channels or the chart/graphs more in HB tuners?"
More than what?
The channels or the charts and graphs?
Yeah,
you're talking about like the 3D charts and maps and like VCM editor versus like the
no, it's all in regard. So Scatback Stink Eye, if you can clarify your question, I'm not 100% sure what you mean.
Doug.
in regards to, so that I'll read it out again. Do you trust the channels or the charts graphs more in HP tuners? I'm not sure what that is. Now, for people that don't understand, the channels on HP tuners usually on your left-hand side. That's actually where the data is acquired. Charts and graphs are basically filters that you make that differentiate the data from your channels. So the charts and graphs are purely just information that's fed from the channels. So, but I don't understand what you mean more in HP tuners. I don't know what you mean by that exactly. So if you can clarify, we'll jump back to that one.
Absolutely. All right. Our boy, All Motor Rex, says, if you go to Mo Party, I may come down. It's around 3.5 hours from me. Folks, I'm going to keep it so real with you. Mo Party is run by Holly. And Holly competes with HP tuners. But we are just private individual citizens and such. So we, all of y'all, are going to make a big old pack, and we're just going to go down.
Don't state this.
I'm joking.
On the internet.
But
come on, we sell Holly products.
I do want to go to Mo Party. I do want to see all my boys there. If any of y'all want to make it out, let us know. Because if you're kind of on the route, we can do a big old road trip convoy. That'd be kind of dope. Yeah. Bunch of all motor cars.
There you go.
Mine's all motor because I blew apart my intake manifold, so I don't make boost anymore because of 30 pounds.
Yeah.
It's all your fault. You guys.
But if it blows apart, it won't turn off.
No,
it's a massive vacuum.
You'll shoot a rod and then blow out.
Well, maybe, yeah.
A10 says, hello, guys. Thank you for all the information. I want to ask you, Hemi 5.7 with cam, how to tune the cam, and do I need to use the virtual volume efficiency table editor or just bank 1, bank 2? My short-term fuel trims are -18.
A10, I cannot tell you in a brief message of how to tune your car. I'll tell you that. I will tell you Dodge is the most complex when it comes to tuning. And what I tell all of my customers and people on the internet and everything is that tuning is like an atlas or a roadmap. Tuners have the same type of destination. We're all in the same vicinity, but there are thousands of different ways to get there. So I can't tell you how to do one portion of it without having to tell you how to do the rest of it, because there is not one blanketed answer to how to do it. You can do it with neural network on. There is a way to do that with the neural network trainer, in which you change all of the specifications for your VVT based on your cam, airflows, everything like that. There is a way you absolutely can do that. You can also disable neural network as well. And then, obviously adjust VE once you get all things in place. Generally on a basic cam 5.7, your VE table should be equal. So if you're having a bank-to-bank variance or anything like that, it's a mechanical issue. But sadly, this isn't, the time for me to sit there and tell you how to tune a car. It is a lot more than just yes or no. These require a tremendous amount of understanding. So they're a lot harder than GM. They're a lot harder than Ford. So I will tell you that. So it takes a lot of practice. The way I did it, nobody taught me. There were no books. There were no classes. There was nothing like that. It was trial and error. I just had my own vehicle, and I buy vehicles so that I can learn how to tune them, and I just make small changes, take notes of what those changes did, and then I just learn the software to achieve the desired goals that we need. So that's why I've had over 140 cars. That's why I've had everything from a NA little 4-cylinder up to a twin turbo 426 had it all in between, right? So yeah, it's sadly, man, don't have the time to teach you how to tune here.
Absolutely. Our boy Ray Rakowski says,
you don't need to read off the boost readings. You did that already. Go to the question.
Will the HP Tuners Core work on a rotary? That's just my personal thing.
They're working on it. You missed the one up there.
Where?
Right there.
I was getting that one to the top like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Is the Demon Slayer 426 says, is the 2.0 Hurricane worth a poop in the Grand Cherokee? I'm looking to scoop a Grand Cherokee for the wife, and not having the Hemi option is bull butt. Look at how good I can censor myself.
So we're big fans of performance, efficiency. So we don't because of how we're enthusiasts and everything, we don't always look at the exact displacement or size of an engine. It's how it actually performs. So for those that don't know, The Charger 6-pack has the 3-liter 6-cylinder Hurricane. They do have a 2-liter 4-cylinder Hurricane that is coming out in the Grand Cherokees now. Rumor is it's going to be in the Pacifica and then whatever they put it into. It is built with the same technology and mindset of that as the Hurricane that's in the Charger sitting next to us here.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, I think it's outstanding that the fact of how efficient, how little it is. I mean, they're forged motors from the factory. They run high boost. Was it 330 horse? I think they are
something like that. It's stupid. They need to make an SRT4.
Yeah. So I mean, it's very, very good. I mean, I had a Grand Cherokee that had the Penske
Cherokee's like 270 or something.
Right.
I think I don't think it's over 3 for the Cherokee.
For the Hurricane?
Yeah.
No, the 4-liter Hurricane it does. Absolutely.
270. I don't know.
No, that was so I had the Penske in it.
That was something.
Pacifica, they haven't announced anything. It's all rumors. But the Hurricane, they don't detune it by 60 horsepower, and its only vehicle it's going in is right now is the Grand Cherokee. So, it's a good setup. It's efficient. I had the Penske in mind, the 3.6 V6, my Grand Cherokee, and it was great. I mean, it was peppy.
Honestly, it was kind of surprising.
Yeah, it's the same motor that's in my Mini or Pacifica, and it just felt different because of the tuning and gearing and everything like that. So I'm a big fan of turbos. When you're cruising down the highway, speed limit at 70, 80 miles an hour, depending on where you're at. I mean, it's not going to suck fuel down because it's a little 2-liter. But then when you want it, it's got the torque and the horsepower and the performance you need. So, I think it's great. And
the JB4, that's probably gonna.
The JB4 will probably work with it. I bet it works. I mean, it's the same,
only 2 cylinders.
Same architecture.
So.
Yeah, it's the same exact architecture. So. I mean, it's going to be one of those. I bet you could pick up another 50 horse very easy and equal the 5.7 Hemi that was in it before.
Yeah, just with a lighter, more fuel efficient motor.
Yeah, and it's going to every Hurricane vehicle, like any vehicle that has like a 5.7 392 in it that we now drive with the Hurricane, from like the pickups to our Grand Wagoneer, the RHO. Every single one handles better because it's lighter. There's less weight over the front end, so the
RHO handles so much nicer than TRX.
Yeah, and it's just smoother for braking. There's less weight it has to stop. So there's a lot of there's a lot of benefits to smaller engines with turbos. You still get the power and performance you need, and I'm a big fan, but I haven't had my hands on one yet. I haven't driven one yet, so I can't speak to how it actually drives in comparison to the 5.7 version. So I was a fan of the Grand Cherokee. It was just a little small for my growing family. So, I'd be curious. Grab one and bring it by. We'll take a look and throw a JB4 in it.
Do it.
Yeah. So
we can make an intake, downpipes.
Yeah, to make more noises.
High ram valve cover. Anyway, on the Hurricane 6, once we're able to tune the computer, how are we going to prevent high overtemp conditions on the cats? Will deleting them be the only option?
So to break down kind of why the cats fail on the RHOs and the Rams and everything like that is cat overtemp protection. So what cat overtemp protection is essentially the concept of trying to have the catalytic converters live a very long life. So the things that can actually destroy them is excessive power, right? Bigger explosion, more heat, it pumps it out. And then actually overly rich conditions as well. So it's kind of interesting the fact of what cat overtemp does. But basically with all of the sensors and everything in place based on the boost readings, the amount of power it's putting out, it simulates what the cat temperature is, and then it dumps fuel. So as vehicles got newer to try and meet emission standards by the EPA to try and make sure these cats live, 100,000 miles or 80,000 miles that they're required to make them live, they used cat overtemp protection to try and prolong the life of the catalytic converter. So I want to point out that I don't really think it's the horsepower and the torque that is causing the failures of the cats. What it is the combination that these motors now are making that power and torque. So they are producing the heat, but it's the combination of that type of heat, and then their responses, we're going to dump fuel. So it's just really, really hot, and then it just gets shocked with a bunch of, by comparison, very cold fuel. Yeah, so not only that, but it's, like I said earlier, real hot temperatures, a lot of horsepower can destroy them, but also overly rich conditions because of the chemical reaction. So what ends up happening is you're making all the horsepower, the torque, and then it starts dumping fuel. The reason they do that is, one, they're hoping the raw fuel will cool it down. Two, they're also, it basically reduces the amount of torque that's being produced. A rich condition will reduce your torque, so it's a 2-for-1. But sadly, both of those responses can also reduce the lifespan of a catalytic converter. So it's this fine balance that they're trying to find to prolong the life of the catalytic converters. So I really think that part of the reason is these things make a tremendous amount of torque very quickly. I have seen in all of my, except for the Grand Wagoneer, because you can't view AFR in it, but RHO, all of my hurricane equipped vehicles, you can watch the AFR as you're driving down the road, and literally just cruising it will drop into the 10s or the 9s in regards to an AFR mixture, which is extremely rich. And this is just cruising at 70, 75 miles an hour. This is no abuse. So it just shows you how much it's sitting there just dumping fuel in these random spots.
Just all the time.
All the time.
Over time, that's going to take a cat out.
Right. Especially on the Hurricanes, which are direct injection. You know, oh, geez. Yeah. Sure. Yep.
Dog.
Oh, dogs. Okay. So.
Dog on stream.
New guy. All right. So, yeah, it's one of those. It's kind of a, you know, we got to meet the standards. We got to, you know, keep the government happy and everything. But, yeah, the truth about it is that I think that's why. So when it comes to the tuning side of things, like you were saying, for off-road reasons and performance being the focus, you know, we adjust those settings so they're not as aggressive.
He looks huge on camera.
Well, he is a big dog. So
right, he looks like he weighs 200 pounds.
Yeah. All right, go back by your buddy. There you go. So as he left himself behind.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's that time of year.
Bro.
So yeah, that's kind of my thing when it comes to tuning them. I really think that I'd rather have, you know, the horsepower and torque and you know, just adjust the setting a little bit for longevity. So and that's one of the reasons why if you watched any of our dynographs or anything, when we really were starting to make power and increasing the fuel demand, the power started falling off very aggressively. It's because of that. Yeah. So there is a lot of power to be had when it comes to being able to actually tune these motors, which I'm very excited about. I was just tuning another one, the Motec one that I tuned, and they put it back on pump gas. So I asked them if I could buy it.
We're going to be making so much power.
Yeah, so
once
easy.
Unlocking is out.
So folks. Easy. So
it's
fingers crossed
stupid.
It's soon. Fingers crossed
also,
it's soon.
Fingers crossed the transmission is stronger than we think it is.
So far it is.
So far, so good.
And that's with stock tuning. That's the other area I'm really excited about it. That car is going to be all of these with, you know, that we don't have tuning with. That's where it's going to be, you know, picked up greatly. So
Don Daughtry said, Shepherd shed twice a year, the first 6 months and the last 6 months.
Amen to that.
That's the whole year. That's truth,
yeah,
brother.
That is very true. All right, what's the next question?
Let me see. Mark 760 says, what setup would y'all recommend on my 5.7 Ram 4x4 quad cab, looking to compete with a supercharged 5.0 streetwise NA? Boost. Boost. I mean, throw a boost at a 5.0 and 600, 700. You know, they make a lot of power and they're light.
Yeah. So, you know, for a 5.7, get, you know, comparative, it's very hard to compare it to the Fords and the other ones out there, but your NA, kind of a low compression NA setup. So tunes by themselves, 10, 15 horsepower on average. We've had some with real, you know, far off factory tunes. We've gotten more, but the average is truly 10 to 15 horsepower in stock form. Throw a good set of headers on it with a, you know, a proper air filter, and, you know, you might be able to get 30, 40 out of it. Throw a cam at it, another 30 to 40 on top of it. So, you know, boost right out of the gate on the 5.7s because they are lower compression than the 392s. You know, you pick about 120 horsepower on the low end.
I'll take
so it. That is going to be your easiest way to kind of compete is throwing boost at it. You know, the reality is out of a very aggressive NA setup, you're going to pick up maybe 70 horsepower if you really push it. So, you know, the cost to do that too is probably going to be the same or exceed what that would be for a simple blower install. So
keep in mind that's like on a 5.7, obviously you can go to better displacement and, you know, get more gains over stock, but it's still the end number and end result.
I mean, if you want, I have the ability to get a 426 high compression long block for about 15 grand.
Mm-hmm.
Be about 14-to-1 compression. You run corn on it, and the thing we're hoping to see about 700 horsepower out of it. That's another cool one. But again, budget is going to truly determine, best bang for your buck.
And
so
the other point is that 5.0 is probably going to be around that 700 mark too.
Well, he says an A. I don't know what the streetwise NA.
The SC supercharged.
I don't, but it says an A. I don't.
Yeah,
know.
I guess.
Is that a short cab? I think
that could be a short cab.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I just thought supercharged. Okay, so we're talking F-150. Well, again, the lightness.
5.0. Yeah. They're light, much lighter, but
duties.
If it's just NA, you know what I mean? They, pending, they're probably making 30, 40 over stock. You know what I mean? But
also, now here's the shady side: is if you take a valve stem tool with you and you just pop out, you know what I mean? You're not running a flat tire. You win. There you go. So don't recommend it. But those are kind of your options. So it really is based on, budget goals and all that. It's going to decide what route you go. Again, you can also pull some weight out because that's kind of free.
And you did mention you have a plug and play tuner. That's going to be very minimal, if any, gain. So a custom tune will be more beneficial, but boost is going to be your best friend for your truck.
Yep. Throw a single 74 on or let her eat and have a great time. So our boy Mike, Mr. Meeks, said, "What is the difference with the dyno I used versus yours? Did mine actually make 1401 wheel horsepower?"
All right. So for those that don't know, Mike borrowed a dyno from somebody. He made 1401 wheel horsepower. Now, a couple of the things on there is that I was pointing out to him is how they acquired the RPM signal, and they called it a snapshot. So so there was no wire going to the engine. There was nothing like that for picking up RPM to overlay onto the dyno. So what the snapshot is on Dynocoms and some of the other brands is you input in the system what RPM you're starting the dyno at and what RPM you're ending the dyno at. So it truly doesn't measure the engine RPM. So what happens then is if you put in that you're starting it at 2,500 RPM and ending it at 7,000 RPM, but somebody starts the pull at 3,500 and then ends it at 6,500, it takes that speed and that time and spreads it out because it thinks that's what RPM it did, and it can change the numbers. So not a big fan of that. That's why we like to reference engine RPM any chance we get to make sure that the results are consistent. The other problem that we saw from the dyno is that he was not building boost. So a turbo setup on that, whatever reason, our dyno is unloaded and it takes longer for it to spool. But I don't know if you showed him the dyno graph for the one that was on there.
I did not.
But it spools by like 4,000 RPM, and we have normally turbo boost, no problem all the way. For whatever reason on this dyno, it will look like a centrifugal blower that the turbo never fully spooled. So when I have data logs from the street where it's making, 3, 4, or 5 pounds more boost for that same boost setting because it never hit peak boost, it's kind of hard to determine, how accurate the dyno is. Also on the alternate of it, because they use snapshot without actually using any type of actual RPM reference, we don't know that the overlay of the graph is accurate or complete either. So I could tell that because their dyno pull where it was ending was like 500 RPM sooner than what my data log showed. So I could tell that, that the RPM reference was not accurate. So,
and that can skew numbers.
This is why, it's very important to take dyno graphs and things like that you see on the internet with a grain of salt, because they can be manipulated and they can vary. So that's why we use ours for testing. We know what a given combination will make on our dyno. We know before and afters, and it's just a tool for tuning, guys. So keep that in mind when it comes to this comparison game. It might have made 1,400 on theirs, and it might have made 1,550 on mine, and you can go to another one that made 1,200. At the end of the day, did we collect the data we needed to tune the vehicle? That's what they're for. Of course, we like the picture. Of course, we like the video. Number, we get it, but this is why you have to take them with a grain of salt, because you don't always know.
Yep. That being said, when I do dyno my Magnum, I'm not doing it here because I want to fudge the numbers so I can lie on the internet, and I can't do it.
That's fine.
So sorry, guys. The Magnum's actually going to be
we'll just do Grudge Racer, and then we'll put a tag over it and pretend. So we'll just hide everything except the one, and they'll think it's 1,000 horsepower, but it's only 100.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
or just use my original dyno graph. Do that, but don't hide the numbers on the side so they can just see it makes 270.
Yeah.
That's my hustle, guys. Listen, if any of you know somewhere
Yeah.
I can come hustle,
As long as we make 1 horsepower more than it did last time, you win.
we never put on the dyno on E.
No, we didn't.
It made 390 with
pump
no
gas,
timing because
no
it was
timing
13
on.
pounds.
Yeah, you had all the boost.
Thanks, Joe. Love Joe. Doug waves. Yep. Scat Pack Stink Eye. So he followed up. So the original question from our boy, our dog, our known killer, Scat Pack Stink Eye, is lost. There it is. Okay. So sorry. He said, Jeremy, do you trust the channels or the chart/graphs more in HP tuners? We asked for a little more info, and he said the KPA in the channels will read 98 and run 02 in the chart/graphs as an example. So when we're viewing data logs, do you trust the actual wavy channels on the bottom, or do you trust a graphy graph at the top?
No, he's talking about the channels on the left, or he's talking about the graphs, the line graphs on what it is, right? So again, the graphs and the charts are filtered from the channels. So the accurate reading is the channels, not the charts. Okay. So you can skew the charts in any way you want. You can make an equation. You can do whatever you want to do with the charts. You can filter and set them up how you want to set them up. So I could, for example, have my KPA reading where it reads 4 KPA over everything all the time. By putting that in my line graph is the filter. So well, use that. The way I read a data log is I use the graph to see any kind of type of the lines as a drastic change, right? And then I always look at the channel listing for my accurate data. One thing as an example, the refresh rate of the charts is not always accurate as well. Meaning, if you look at your, great for anybody that has a cam car and you're data logging. If you go by the line graph, you're going to see timing hit these numbers. But then if you look at the channel listing, you'll see that number moving much more rapidly. So the accurate numbers are always going to be the chart or the channels on the left, because that's where the data is actually being recorded. Everything else to the right, from the gauges to the histograms to the bars, those are all filters and math equations and things you set up. So if you're having some sort of issue with those, that is something in regards to the settings of the chart or filtration system itself. So always reference the channel listing for that fine-tuned data that you're looking for there. So
yes, sir.
Yep. So
it's Quam. I think I'm saying that right. I'm sorry if I'm not. Says, did your 4-door come in yet? Yes.
You in the Zoom? Did you just mute us again?
No. I just had to make sure. Listen, the Zoom is funny. The Zoom is a good feature. It's comical. People like it. It highlights things. Watch this. Look at that. Ready? What? It made a point.
Yeah, and
right
you see there what it is. You made the point, but nobody knows what they're looking at. And then there's my face.
Yeah.
So
look at that smile, though.
Yes, our 4-door is here. It came in. I got it yesterday. We exchanged it yesterday. They drove it here, so we were able to get a picture of the 2-door and the 4-door next to each other. So we posted that up all over the place.
Go to pretty much any Charger 6-pack.
But yeah, the 4-door is here. We talked about it earlier on in the video, so you can go back. But I do, from what I use it for what my family needs and everything, the 4-door is it. I mean, it is much better. The 2-door was a great car, and it's one of those that for most people that will suffice. I mean, the back seat's still huge. You don't need to worry about people getting in the back all the time. Fine, but
do you want to do, just because everyone's asking questions, when we're all done with these questions, do you want to do like a quick walk around and show all the different things on it, or do you want to make a separate video for it?
I figure we could probably make a quick separate video of it too, unless there's a lot of questions that come
If you guys want to see it now, let us know. Yeah, because we do have a decent amount of questions. So
yeah.
But if you really want to see it, we'll do it. You just have to let us know, in the comments right there. We're looking at it in the comments. Just let us know. Yeah. Hey, guys, I want to see the new 4-door. Show me right now, this very second. Oh, yeah. Anyway, back to serious stuff that actually matters. The 4-door. Anyway, just kidding. Optimal Clarity asks, I have a P058 code for my TRX. I replaced the sensor. The code came back. Will a Chilton manual help me find the fuse, or is there a better manual?
A Chilton manual is not going to help you with that. So I think you're talking about a P0058 code, which is a heater control circuit for bank 2 sensor 2. So that would be your rear O2 sensor on the passenger side has a heater circuit code. It's a very simple circuit.
Mhm.
You know, obviously the TRX has 5 wires coming off of it, 6 wires, whatever, for the wideband. Or no, it's the rear one, so it's not a wideband one, so it's only 4 wires. So the heater circuit code is only 2 wires, so that's going to be very straightforward because it goes right back to the PCM. So there's no fuse for it.
No.
A fuse would accompany all of your O2s, not just one. So if you replace the O2 sensor and it's still getting the heater circuit code, that means from that plug to your PCM, there is some issue with your heater circuit. So
now, to be fair, make sure you use an OEM
Yes.
from Dodge sensor.
Yes,
Because I
do
have
not-
seen new aftermarket sensors go in
yes,
that cause that code.
Yes.
Because Dodge is super anal and super uptight and super picky about sensors. They want
Yes.
you to pay that Dodge tax. So unfortunately, if your electronics fail, if you have a map sensor go out, oil pressure sensor, go to the dealer, just pony up and go to the dealer because it's going to work.
Yep.
It
Yeah,
sucks,
good
but we see it all the time.
Yeah, don't use aftermarket. That could be it could have been depending on if you did or not, but definitely OEM. But if you're still having the issue, that means there's a harness issue. But fortunately for you, it's a very simple circuit that you have to. It's only two wires.
You got 2 wires.
That it could be. Yep.
You know, if you don't have a connection, then there's a break in the wire somewhere. You found your issue.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So
Give
that a shot. Again, if it's not a stock sensor, definitely that might be a problem.
Yeah.
But
yeah, he meant short cab 5.0.
Okay. We got it. Gosh darn. All right. My question looks crazy. 15 RT 345 says stock cats with the cam, tune, and shorty headers. Should I a minimum put on high flow cats? Also, would it need a new tune after? Go to long tubes. Be a pimp.
So let's see if you put high flows on. So catalytic converters are great for our environment, you know, greenhouse gases, all that type of stuff, emissions, right? We need them. We want them. We want to save our air for our children and beyond, okay? But from a horsepower standpoint, the cats are one of the biggest restrictions in your exhaust for that. So, you know, a factory cat going to a high flow cat will improve. Going to no cat will be even better for performance reasons, for off-road use only. So yes, going to a high flow will be beneficial. And yes, if you change your catalytic converter, that's going to be the one area of your exhaust that can change your exhaust flow and will require you to get it dialed in. So strongly recommend, as we tell anybody, engines are air pumps, right? If air coming in, air coming out. If you change anything in the front or back of that engine, that pump, that can change how that air flows, you need to get it adjusted accordingly if you want reliability and true performance improvements. So absolutely, you know, it would be recommended to do so. Now, you will most likely not pass emissions, so do keep that in mind. So for off-road use, obviously it doesn't matter. Give it a go. And if you need a tune, just let us know.
Absolutely. We love you. Someone just said 4-door Charger. I like it. Big turbo, big single turbo 6-pack when at some point in time when tuning is unlocked and we can actually utilize it without setting off every single light on it. Because if we just do it now,
there's no point.
Every light is going on. The car will most likely be in a limp mode. Electronic
with the factory computer in place, even if we figured out a way to get a single turbo on and utilizing the factory wastegates, it wouldn't make any more power because of the limitations of the factory computer. So as we've said, we've made 820 wheel horsepower plus out of the stock turbo, stock injectors with a Motec on a factory Hurricane. So
the turbos are not the limitation.
The turbo is not the limitation.
It's purely tuning.
I'm doing it because it's going to sound better. I understand the potential. I'm going to go with a bigger turbo that can flow more than these 2 turbos. These are Garrett turbos. I mean, these are Garrett 54 millimeter turbos. These are high end, very good. Yeah, these are very good turbos. Also, there's another reason I want to do it is there's very little turbo noises because of the type of turbos. So I don't know. I crossed the idea of maybe having Joe CNC some compressor housings, but I didn't tell him that yet.
All right, Hurricane guys, be real with us. Would you?
Did he hear me? Nothing flew this way, so we're good.
Hurricane guys, be real with me. We're gonna be quiet so Joe doesn't find out. Would you guys be down for like some kind of service where you could like ship in your turbos and then we give them to Joe and just like tell him it's gonna be okay and he's not gonna have many more of these, and then he machines them out to make them whistle. No performance benefit, just whistle. I would, but I'm a Honda guy, so it doesn't really count. I have one Honda.
Oh my gosh.
All
Anyway,
right.
so but yeah, so
Mhm.
it will be coming as soon as we can. Let's put it that way.
Mhm.
Tulo mentioned earlier we are going on the 4-door since I'm keeping this one.
Yeah.
We are going to create. I think I'm going to start with a 3.5-inch single exit exhaust, but it's going to be dual exit at the tip. But what I mean is we're going to merge the 2 downpipes into a single exhaust back. It'll save on weight and it will sound much better. So
We should just do a 4-man. Come on.
you pay for it.
Come on.
The
I
price
will.
jump.
I'll pay
the
for
price
it. I'll
jump
pay
on
for
from
it.
a-
I don't care.
Okay, it's on. That's a verbal contract.
I don't
so-
care anymore.
So 4-inch catback.
Money are just numbers.
You know what?
Money is just a number that gets me more cars.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah, but we are going to do that initially, and then it'll just be ready when we do the single.
the people have spoken.
people have
4-inch
spoken.
exhaust. It's
Yeah.
going to sound amazing.
It will sound much better. Yes, nobody can argue that it sounds bad.
G80 owners, get ready to cope and seethe.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we are going to be doing a single catback exhaust though, with a dual tip exit, so it still fits the valence, but it will be a single exhaust. It will sound better, still perform the same, and it saves a ton of weight. So it will be coming.
I wanted to do a single exit where it's like a slant tip, kind of like the Supras and such, just because it is a straight 6 and it is a single exit.
Maybe if we do like a race car program or somebody wants to, we could do that. But mine, no.
Buy a 6-pack and just let me live out my weird fantasies with it. That sounds bad.
It?
Because I don't want to
it's
deal with it.
as big as a house.
Well,
you like to sleep in the back of them.
That's a good. Okay.
So
someone buy one, crash one, send it to Copart, then I can get it. Because I don't want a clean title. Once it, listen, I've been looking at Copart, nothing yet, bro.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
Optimal clarity. Oh, actually, sorry.
Yeah.
John says, did you decat the 4-door yet?
Not yet. We were cleaning it because I have to send an inspection to my dealer.
We de-dogged it, though.
So shout out to Kunis of Woodstock. It's where we buy all our cars from. They're awesome to work with.
If you guys are looking for a new 6-pack, hit up Kunis.
Any Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, used cars too. Hit them up. But they always take care of me, and they know when I get a car not to wash it or touch it. So after we do, I send a report to them. This one's kind of rough. The transporter wasn't nice to her. I have a wheel that's jacked up and some scratches all over.
No fault of Kunis.
No, Kunis, not at all. It is 100% the transporter, but they do take care of me. So that is on the to-do list. I just had too many cars, customer cars that need addressing first. So,
they take priority
first,
naturally.
But I did take the pipes off the 2-door, and it's going to go right onto the 4-door. Same thing with the JB4. Yeah. So
the chassis are the same, so they should bolt right on.
They will bolt right on. Absolutely no issue.
I am interested to see the times that we get out of it. Just
that'll
4-door. I really don't think it's going to be much different.
It's not. I know for a fact it's not. Yeah. It's going to be exactly the same. It's going to be based on the launch, and it's not going to be because it's a 4-door.
Yeah. Honestly, it might be quicker because it's starting to get warmer out, and as we've seen, that car likes it warmer. I mean, it's 62 now.
Well, the only thing, there's 50 miles on it, so I have to get back to the 500 miles like the other one. I mean,
we can just Ferris Bueller it, put it on the dyno, put it in drive cruise control 50 miles an hour, and just leave it.
And anybody knows engines knows that's not the best way to break an engine in.
They love it, guys.
We will not be doing that.
They love it. Yeah, I forgot,
Anyways, next question.
I can just rev it. Our boy Optimal Clarity says, I got the sensor from the dealership. I have a Cook's extension, so maybe there's an issue with that for the header. Absolutely.
100%
test that.
100% is what your problem is. And you can verify it by if you got 2 of them, swapping them from bank to bank, and the problem will follow.
Yeah.
But we do see those quite a bit. So absolutely is probably your issue, not the sensor itself. So
it's a mass-produced part. Sometimes the clamp goes on insulation to the wire and they just don't have a connection or whatever. But swap them, like you said. If it jumps from bank 2 to bank 1, hey, you found your problem. Hit up whoever you got them from, get a new extension. So make that happen. Eric says, on the topic of OEM sensors being required, are aftermarket wheel speed sensors trash also?
Any sensor it's going to be a 50-50 gamble. So we have very little success when it comes to aftermarket companies.
It's time.
It's
come
time.
Come in. Get in here.
We
need
another question.
Right here.
We need a
all right, fellas. Hey, Mike.
Don't ask me how to make 500 horse.
Say, Mike, how do I make 550 wheel horsepower NA from my 4.6 mod motor?
550 horse NA.
For my 4.6 mod motor. I saw it on the internet.
I don't think you did see it.
I saw it on TikTok, Mike.
No, I don't think you did. So what we talking cams, ported heads, 12-to-1, E85, long tube headers.
They said throttle body and pedal commander.
Yeah. And a
throttle body spacer.
Throttle body spacer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
There it is. We have the recipe.
All right.
We're good.
Fellas, I'm gonna keep it real. A lot of the questions I ask, if they're not asked by the people, are complete jokes. It's not to be taken seriously.
Yeah.
When I said, how can I make 500 horse from a 3-valve? And Mike said, you can't. It was a joke.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be a funny.
And that we have these.
Boy,
we have the shorts now that get clipped from here.
Yeah.
And that's actually our most viewed short, is where there's a question of how to make 500 out of it. If you can make 500 out of 3-valve, and he said no as a joke, and the internet doesn't get it.
The 3-valve people are very proud to show us the 600 horse.
Gotta love the internet, but
so it's all joke.
Anyways, back on topic. Yeah. Sensors always go OEM. It doesn't matter what it is. You can take the chance aftermarket, but it doesn't mean it's going to resolve the issue. And 9 times out of 10, it doesn't. So just go OEM. We only will use OEM here, from O2s to IATs, engine oil temp sensors, engine coolant temp, anything. Anytime you try aftermarket, it usually doesn't end well. Also, map sensors, 50-50 if they work or not. Okay. In regards to calibration and stuff like that. So I know, like, the 3-wire map sensors are harder and harder to find. Shout out to HHP. They have a 3-bar 3-wire that I've had 0 issues with. Don't know how or where they get it, because it's not one from a normal auto parts store. But if you need one of a 3-wire, just go to the 3-bar from them, and you won't have issues when it comes to tuning. But always OEM sensors.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Always.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what car it's going on. Doesn't matter if it's a $200 Chrysler 300 or a $100,000 TRX.
Right.
OEM sensors, you're going to save yourself so much time and headache.
Yeah.
So just do it. Do it. Our boy Mike said new flanges come in tomorrow, permanently fixing the exhaust leak before Texas 2K. That's what you think.
Hopefully.
Those exhaust leaks are always around.
Yeah.
But I hope for you, boss. You got to get that thing busting butt. So 15 RT says, thanks, no emissions here. I'll try to get them before I get my car to you. Awesome. Get rid of all that restriction.
For off-road use only.
For off-road use only. For off-road use only. We have a vote for a 4-inch exhaust. So, sorry. Rags 9000 says, any experience with the LX 3.5 V6 platform? It's an oldie. I'm supercharged currently, 450 wheel. Congrats. I want to pick your brains on a twin 62-62 setup I am having made.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Okay, if you're talking about doing it twin 62s on a 3.5 V6, I'm going to tell you no.
I would just do a single.
You just need a single 62, not twins. So we put twin 62s on big V8s, not a
like
3.5. Yeah.
So almost double displacement.
Yeah. So yeah, it's definitely not. The 3.5s are not like the Penstars. Also, the tuning capabilities on them is very limited. So I have a little bit with them. It's just not a very popular or strong setup.
There's also not really much aftermarket.
Yeah. The support for them is very, very limited. So be careful, but definitely don't run twin 62s on that. There's absolutely no reason.
Also, unneeded extra cost.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you need one turbo, man. 162 will be more than enough. I mean,
that does sound super cool, though.
Yeah, I mean, turbo one would be cool.
Yeah. I'm all for like oddball builds. I mean, again, I had a Sonic, so definitely once she's up and running, join our Facebook group and post some pictures in there because I want to see that thing. But we love turbos. We throw them on everything, as you know, but also you want to throw the right turbo on stuff. So just be careful there. If you want big power, you can do a single 68. I mean, but twin 62s is just stick with a single, man. Stick with a single. You'll be way happier. You're gonna be less into it because you're literally half price turbos because you don't need two. But yeah, man, have fun. It sounds like it's gonna be a fun one. Yeah, it'd be cool. What all is required for a tune on my 26 550 horsepower 6-pack Charger? Send a
He's dying. I'll answer that. Send a message to us afterwards. You can email sales@sateratuning.com. Head to our Facebook. Message us there. There is no actual tuning of the factory computer. You passed it to me. No tuning on the factory computer. So we are currently using the Burger Tuning JB4 unit. We have been beta testing with them, and we're basically helping them develop the programs that come with it. Very cool to use. It's on our website as well, sateratuning.com. Go to our store. You can order it straight through there. If you're pretty
Yeah, it is in the
handy,
store.
yeah, it's pretty handy. It takes maybe 15 minutes to install, and it comes with pre-made maps right into it. It literally is a plug-and-play setup. Very convenient, straight through your phone.
It's reversible, so if
Yep.
your lumbar seat stops working, it takes 10 minutes to respond. You can just pop it off before it goes in, and you know.
Yeah. So great unit. It's been what we've had on our two-door and our four-door is getting it right now. So
100 horsepower for $700. Like,
yeah.
Where can you get that, man?
Yeah. I would recommend on a daily if you're on pump gas to stick with like MAP 2. MAP 2 is what 70, 80 horse, give or take, and about 110 foot-pounds of torque.
It's noticeable.
Massive difference.
You
Massive difference. And I feel it more too now because I drove this one stock and it's like you miss it very quickly. So
I missed that power,
but yeah, if you need help, if you're local to us, we can install it. We'll do a before and after dyno for you. We do have our own custom calibration that we're willing to provide. Yeah, great little unit for anybody looking to pick it up in the meantime until we get actual tuning. We'll provide tips on how to utilize for shifting and stuff like that as well. So reach out to us. We'll get you set up. Absolutely.
We got you,
and yes, I am losing hair over your freaking car, Mike. But graphite gaskets, it blows them out. So for those that know, Mike has busted his butt to build a homemade twin turbo kit for his Trackhawk. The truck went bottom nines last year. He's upgraded the motor and a few other things since then. And it's just one of those of, what he's working with. Every time he does a high boost pull, he develops another leak. So, and then it drives fine, and all of a sudden it starts stalling, and it's just part of the merry-go-round of modification and big horsepower. So fast truck, and he has a lot of time into it. But hopefully these new gaskets and everything will do what you need, my friend.
You gotta get a core on that thing, man.
There you go.
Gotta get a core on that sucker. Mark760 says, what unlocked PCM do you recommend to get my Ram 1500 Hemi custom tuned by you guys? Ours. All you have to do is shoot me a message on the shop page or call in or contact me in some form, shape. Maybe a carrier pigeon if you're feeling like it. And I will get you everything you need. We have a PCM unlock station right over there. If you walk in your PCM or if it makes it to us before 3 p.m., we can typically have it boxed up, ready to ship out same day. So we're very, very big on making sure it's a quick process to eliminate as much downtime as possible for y'all. And that's it. When the PCM comes back, if you need any tuning hardware, whether it be a RTD, a smart access cable, wideband, or some other mysterious item, it will come with. So everything will get shipped back. And then you email in, bing, bang, bop. If you follow directions, remote tuning is as simple as pie. I did it when I was down in Florida, 2,000 miles away from home. I was able to put a tune on my car that kept my sucker running because I couldn't find E. They don't have E down there.
Not what you thought it was.
No. That's like the one downside is like E is not.
There's parts of it that
there are definitely parts, but like right when I went in, it was just no E. And I was,
yeah.
So,
if there are people in here that want it, if anybody says it, I'll let Tulo go and show around the four-door if you guys want. If anybody's in here still that wants to see it, so
yeah, Mark, so you're in California, so we can absolutely take care of that. I mean, we remote tune people all over the world: China, Germany, South Africa.
We said somebody go 8s in New Zealand.
Yeah, we had a guy go 8s in New Zealand. If you're in here, Justin, hello, proud of you, super proud of you.
Yeah, so 8s. Yeah, we'll get 8s this year.
Oh, dude, come on, Mike. Yeah. We're going 8s, brother. We're going 8s.
Optimal Clarity asks, do you need larger injectors for a return style fuel system?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Then returnless. So it depends on the style of returnless. So quick recap on that. Return style means you have a fuel pump that's feeding fuel to the engine, and then it goes to a regulator, usually post fuel rail, in which then that relieves fuel to regulate your fuel pressure and then returns it back to the fuel tank. So also with a mechanical regulator, usually it's vacuum/boost reference, so you can increase fuel pressure at the same time as boost goes up if you're a boosted application. Whereas a returnless style, if we're talking just a deadhead, bulkhead, returnless style system, that literally is a fuel pump that just feeds to the fuel rails and stops. So the downside to that one is as fuel pressure, or as boost goes up, fuel pressure will drop equally on top of the strain of the fuel pump feeding it forward. Also, normally on returnless style fuel systems, there's some sort of regulatory system like a orifice regulator, spring regulator, or anything like that. usually either in the fuel tank itself, by the engine, or whatever. So fuel pressure does not necessarily go up and down based on the boost, other than it's fighting against boost. So you will have fuel pressure drop. So generally, yes, you would need larger injectors to handle the same amount of horsepower output, given that your fuel pressure is dropping compared to a return style fuel system. And then the third style in fuel system would be a pulse width modulated fuel system. This is what Hellcats are from the factory, for example. These have the most control and are the most efficient, because on a return style with a mechanical regulator, you only can increase fuel pressure equal to that of boost. So if you have 10 pounds of boost, your fuel pressure will go up 10 pounds. Whereas a pulse width modulated setup, you could run 150 psi if you wanted to. So
blow those O-rings out.
Yeah, all of it. So, and under normal driving conditions, you can have fuel pressure drop as well. So it allows you to have a very, very large injector and drop fuel pressure down to 40 psi if you need to, driving around, to make that very big injector work. And then when you need it, you can turn it up to, 80, 90, 100 plus psi, pending your application. So generally, that's why you'll see on a returnless or stock fuel system that's not pulse width modulated, you would see larger injectors recommended than that of a proper fuel system return style or pulse width modulated. So that's why Hellcat injectors, we don't recommend them, because Hellcat injectors are on a fuel system that's pulse width modulated. So, it allows them at, normal driving conditions to be at a certain pressure, and then under wide open throttle goes to 80, 90, 100 psi, depending on the application, which helps make it as if those injectors are larger, in which they truly aren't. It's just fuel pressure that's feeding them. So good question. Good question.
Yes, sir.
So, nobody said that. Nobody.
I'm kind of upset about that. I really wanted.
6-pack people are out. So
really wanted to show that.
So yeah, we'll probably end up making a video. So big shout out to everybody that hangs out, watches these. We hit 5,000 subscribers, which is cool, I guess. I don't know what it means.
We're doing a giveaway at 10,000.
Sure, whatever he wants to give away. So I just got an email about it. Pretty cool. So thanks for the support and everybody like that. But we got to get to it. I got another car in the dyno. I've had 2 so far. I'm hoping to get 2 more. So it's rainy out, so I'm trying to dyno stuff, guys. Thank you again. Have a good weekend. We'll see you next week.
Love you. Oh, I have to turn it off.
Yeah, that's you. That was your cue.
I'm sorry.
Like sitting there just staring.
Oh, okay.